We kick off Week 14 in the NFL with a huge game with major playoff implications in the NFC. From a betting perspective, should we bet the Cowboys or the Lions? In my humble opinion, it is best to side with Dallas. Most sportsbooks currently tag Detroit as 3-point favorites. Personally, I prefer to take an additional half point even if it means accepting a lower potential payout. As you can see on your screen, I was able to grab the Cowboys plus 3.5 points at minus 120 odds, which corresponds to 1.83 in decimal format. I'm Professor MJ, bookie crusher since 1999. Let me explain my arguments supporting this wager. The Cowboys are on the rise while the Lions are falling. Dallas began the season with a 3-5-1 record, but they are now riding a 3-game winning streak. That nice stretch included nice victories over the Eagles and also the Chiefs. Meanwhile, Detroit got off to a fast start with a 5-2 record, but they have gone 2-3 since then. Their two recent wins occurred against the Commanders and the Giants, teams whose combined record is 5-19 this year. Detroit's offense has looked broken recently. To make matters worse, they lost Amon-Ra St to an ankle injury last week. He is a vital part of this offense. Jared Goff seemed out of sync without him. St. Brown is a super tough guy, and yet he did not even attempt to return to the game last week. To me, that is a clear sign that the injury is more than just a small tweak. St. Brown is a resilient player, but it looks to me like he will be out of the lineup against Dallas. Also, will the Lions have to play with their third-string tight end? Sam Laporta is clearly out, whereas Brock Wright missed the contest against Green Bay last week. Let me continue this discussion in a few seconds, but for now I would like to present to you some footage from some recent goals scored by my two sons, Maverick and Jay. I'll see you again very shortly. The Cowboys offense has been firing on all cylinders. They have put at least 24 points on the board in 8 of their past 9 games. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are a dangerous duo, and tight end Jake Ferguson is a big threat as well. Those weapons have helped Dak Prescott leading the lead in passing yards so far in the 2025 campaign. I also like the fact that Dallas has the revenge factor on its side. Indeed, they were the victim of a humiliating 47-9 home loss against the Lions last year. Don't you think the Cowboys players remember this game vividly? In that game, Detroit dominated total yardage 492 to 251. Dallas also committed 5 turnovers in that matchup. It will be payback time this time around. We have talked a lot this year about how poor the Cowboys defense has looked. But it may be time to stop trash talking about this unit. They have looked vastly different since acquiring Quinnen Williams from the Jets and Logan Wilson from the Bengals. Dallas gave up an average of 30.7 points per game before the trade deadline, but this figure has dropped to 21.7 since then. Big improvement, right? Detroit's defense has been headed in the opposite direction. Over the entire season, they rank 17th in terms of EPA per play. But if you look at the numbers since week 9, they occupy spot number 27 in the league. In other words, Detroit's defense has been faltering in recent times. During the past month, Detroit has allowed a 105.6 QB rating, which is bad news when you are about to face a red-hot Cowboys offense. To me, the Lions will have trouble keeping up with that offense. In short, I find it unlikely that Detroit will win this crucial matchup by a margin of 4 points or more. So I will gladly take Dallas plus 3.5 in this contest. That is my best bet on the Thursday night game for Week 14. Before I let you go, did you know that since April 23rd, I have been offering a daily lobster bet to my list of gold members? Every single day, I analyze all games across many sports and I figure out what is the absolute best wager over the entire slate of games. This is what I call my daily lobster bet. Since I began offering this service, we've racked up a 134, 85, and 3 record, a 61.2% winning percentage. If you take into account the odds from each bet, the return on investment has been plus 13.2%. A person risking $100 per play has earned a total net profit of $2,925.71. Would you like to receive the daily lobster bet directly in your mailbox every day? Now is the perfect time to get on board because we have a lot of leagues going on at this time of the year. Moreover, I have just opened up a gold package to get the 31 lobster bets in the month of December. Just follow the link below to join our group of smart sports investors. I'm Professor MJ. I'm here to boost your bankroll. That is my #1 priority. Thanks for watching, my friend.